Alright, got them both. Excuse me. I'm just gonna let him go. He's already made it to the edge of the woods. Oh, is the bull up here? You two are getting messed up. Is the bull here? Well, that would have been really handy if the bull would have been messed up too. I do not want twos in this zone. Is there anything else coming out? I don't see anything else. I think I'll go ahead and just take him. Because we'll come back around later. That's when the rest of them should be here. Come on, buddy. Don't stop behind a tree, please. I don't know if this is gonna be good. I think I got him. Yeah, I got him. Alright, good. I see him laying right there in front of me. Nope, the fog's playing tricks on me. There he is. Sorry for clearing my throat so much. I drank something and it's wanting to sit in my throat for some reason. there another bull down there? Oh, I think he's the only one. Don't know if that was good or bad. He turned on me. It was bad. Well, shoot. Sometimes you can't get them all. At least we can still get these guys. Heart shot that one. I'll take that. There's a brother in here. Usually they die up here, but it doesn't look like he did this one. So he must be back down this way somewhere. There he is. I forgot I heart shot him. Don't do this anymore. Hey, I got both bulls back. That's good. Got a diamond and a few golds last run. And I finally got these two to come back this run. See, they're both giving me good shots. I'm gonna try this one first. And then we'll try this one next. Don't know if that was a good or not. No. Did I save it? Did I save it? Yeah, I saved it. Nice. Nothing too impressive. Just gotta keep on moving on. Make sure I heard see his health going down. Should be right behind me. Did he run this way? There he is. Thought he would be right behind me. I was in for the heart. Don't should still be lung, maybe? Yep, still got lung. Oh, that's good. Let's see if this guy turns around for us. Don't know if that was good. Oh yeah, I got them both. I think. Oh, there's the other one. Yep, got all three. Love to see it. I live and they die side by side. It's like so much easier. Nothing too impressive, so there ain't no point in me taking a minute to look at them. If I get any golds or diamonds, I'll let it just play on the screen for a few seconds. For the guys like that, I just want to go on through it. Now, once I get through this pond, one cool thing that a lot of people don't know is that if you start an hour and a half after the drink zone is supposed to begin, you can, and then you only have I'm sorry, I'm getting tongue-tied, and you only have a few ponds, you can actually get 2 respawns in one day most of the time. At least, not every zone will do it that way, but if you can find certain zones on the map, they can actually give you double respawns, like 2 times a day, instead of you having to fast forward to the next day for the next respawn. You give it enough time, and you revisit some of the ponds during the same time frame before the drink zone ends. And you can actually find the respawns from the ones you killed early that morning, in some cases. And I do not want that guy there. I'm wanting to herd manage that one down. Because I want to have 3 to 4 level 2s on that end. But he's not giving me the best shot right now. I'm just going to settle for these guys. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to get this one. Probably not. If he slows down... Oh, that was my bad. I do not know if that's going to kill him. Yeah, that was just terrible shooting on my part. I accidentally pulled the trigger. Jumped the gun, as they say. Buck fever's a real thing, even on this game. Let's go up here and get that one moose. I doubt that shot's going to kill the second one, though. Sad as it is. At least we'll get one out of the 2. It's better than none out of the 2. Not too bad gold. Still pretty. I mean, I don't have a dog. So in this instance, in some cases, I might want to just follow this a ways and see if he died. Yeah, I think I will, because it's hard to tell. Sometimes it can look like this, your pressure, whenever you shoot out of the tripod, and you might end up killing two, but the game sometimes only senses one, so it barely even affects the shade of gray. It's hard to explain how the game only senses one. I'm saying your kills are like doubled, or even tripled in some cases, of how many animals you can kill out of the tripod compared to on the ground without building up too much pressure. Woo! That's the one thing I don't like about the four-wheelers on this game. Whether you're on it or not, you're driving on ice. Just slide everywhere. That's a tree, me. I'm trying to see if I find blood, but I don't think I see any more blood. I think it actually quit. Let's see. There's some. Let me just check it. So it is 50 to 75, so it is going down, so that's encouraging. So I'm just going to keep hauling this a little more ways and see if it keeps going down for me. There's some more blood. Oop, that's a treat. I'm just going to follow a little bit more, see if the health continues to go down, or see if I find the bull. Now I can't find where his blood trail went. There it is. So did he turn back around? This is where a dog comes in handy. There it is. Here's his trail. Okay. You just gotta look. And we'll follow this just a little bit longer and check the blood and see if it's still going down. Alright. There he is. So, as you can see, sometimes it actually is worth tracking your animals, even if it looks like you only have pressure for one animal. But as you can see, it actually did die, so there's actually a elongated circle here. Whereas you can see over here where there's just one left, it's just like a perfect circle. This one's more like an oval shape, so that does mean you killed at least two in that area. Or if this is a darker shade. But I'm telling you, I've had some times where I'll kill two animals right in the sun, like right next to each other, and it'll look like you only have one perfect circle there, even though you killed both. Most of the time they die side by side, but sometimes the other one can run in pretty good ways. There's nothing here, so I'm going to do another sweep. Because like I said, sometimes you can get respawns from the ones you did the morning. Yep. As you can see, I got two moose. Even though I killed one in the morning, I now have the respawn of the last one, as well as the one that I couldn't kill earlier. So that's a pretty good tip for any grinders out there that don't know that tip. Hour and a half after the drink zone is supposed to begin. Go around your zones, shoot out the ones that are there, revisit them later on, and shoot the respawn. And that's a double heart shot. Now, are they both floating? They are both floating. Great. Well, unfortunately, that means I'm going to have to sit here and wait on these guys. Because if I were to leave the area and come back, sometimes they can despawn. So, unfortunately, as boring as it is, I am going to have to just sit here. So I apologize for anybody who comes later on and actually watches to this point in the stream. I just don't want to lose these animals, so I'm going to have to just sit here and kill time. They'll get to me eventually. Do. And there is nobody in my chat right now, too, so if you are watching up to this point, I do apologize if I'm going to be quiet here. I really have nothing more I can say at the moment, so just having to wait for these two, and then I'll continue on with the grind. At least they're getting here. There we go. Alright guys, since there's nobody in chat and there's nothing much more else for me to say, at this point I am going to stop talking. I will come back on later on if I have something to, if I get anything really good, I'll put commentary over top of it. Otherwise, I'm just going to hunt for a while. If anybody comes on the chat, I'll talk to them. I am, however, going to go up here to this house and see if any of my solos come up here. Crap, one of my solos did come up here. I was really hoping that that wouldn't be a thing. The only good thing to come of this is the fact that, yep, and there's a big boy over there that needs to be gone. So I got two solos that came in over here. I did not want that happening. One, because this isn't one of my main zones, so I don't want anything to be here. But it does open an opportunity, as long as these guys don't go anywhere, and I can get them to spawn in as level 2s before they leave. Since they're solos, they will leave to another pond. As long as I can get them to be level 2s and then they still stay here, I can further herd manage them. So, hopefully I'll get these two to turn into level 2s before they leave. Alright, let's see if I can pull off a heart shot. Yep. And get this other guy. Did believe that get it both. Okay, so that guy didn't float. That's always good. Now I gotta go back to the house and get the four-wheeler. At least I figured out where the solos went. I actually checked earlier around the other ponds, and for some reason it just never occurred to me to come to this one. And yet it's the closest, so I feel kind of dumb. So let's get the four-wheeler so we can go over there and get those two. I did get 2 diamonds today. My herd management is working pretty well. All I have really to deal with left on the map is just these current solos that are kind of going all over the place. Once I get them out of the way, I'm pretty sure that it'll be complete. There's only one section, small section of the map I didn't herd manage because, frankly, the ponds are just too huge and I didn't feel like spending the time on them. So I'm guessing about a good 95% of the map is herd managed. And I've been getting diamonds pretty regularly. I have some rares. And I'm going to make a new I'm waiting until I get the Great One Moose before I make my North American trophy lodge. We're gonna grab this guy real quick. Yeah, I know I said I wasn't going to talk much, but felt like I needed to explain why I was coming up here. So, I guess I'll have to come up here every single morning now to make sure that these guys ain't coming back. It is now 1600, but sometimes I can get lucky enough and they won't leave until about 1630. But, only had a few more pawns to check anyways, and then we'll reset time. Let's see, he respawns just the doe, or not doe, so the cow. Tomato, tomato, I guess. Oh, yep, there's a respawn. I just saw him spawn in. Let's see, is he standing next to another bull? Nope, just him. Okay. Oh, and there's the one that didn't come in this morning. So I'll go ahead and pop him. And I might as well get this guy too while I'm at it. I was trying for the heart shot there. I don't think I got it, but hopefully I still got lung. Yep, I still got lung. Oh, we did have another bull in there with him. I'm going to let him go, though. He's not going to give me a good shot. I'll just settle for the 2. Alright, guys. Now that there is nothing else for me to really go over, I am going to drop off the beginning commentary for the moment. Just want to go around and do my thing. Basically, it's going to be the same strategy every single day. Just basically 2 runs on all my zones. Check solos. If anybody joins the chat, I'll talk to them. Or if I get a diamond or anything really good, I'll put some commentary over it. But for now, I'm just going to focus on hunting. see that guy. Okay, so they spooked. I don't want you two being twos. Ugh. Taking them both. I did. Right, good. Alright. Go ahead and reset time and do it all over again. Woo! Got two bruisers here this time. Ah! Well. I do not think I saved that one. That's poor shooting there. Oh, wow. I don't know what shot that was, but that was pretty crazy. Crapey. Getting tongue-tied. Now, where did it hit this guy at? Oh, it was the next shot. Oh, that's lucky. That's a lucky shot. I have to save that one. Hang on one second, guys. I'm saving that footage. Making sure I got the right stuff. some reason it's not wanting to play for me. Alright. Let's keep on moving. Don't know if I'm gonna be able to make this one. It depends on if he comes through that opening or not. Oh. Yeah, I got lucky. Nice. Take it all day long. That's a beautiful moose. You have any others with you? Don't see anybody else. Oh, well, that guy just popped in. Kind of hoping that other one give me the shot first, but I'm gonna see if I can get him to turn around. Hopefully that punched through to a lung. Yeah, it did. Alright, good. Got them both. Let's see, did you make diamond? Nah, I didn't think you would, but still pretty moves either way. Now, where'd the other guy go? I can find out where the other one is. Let's see, the other one's blood should be right in here somewhere. There it is. And go ahead and highlight it so I don't lose track of it. Oh. Well, he nearly floated. Oh, thank goodness he did not. There we go. Yay, broke 2 million. Which, of course, I'm far beyond 2 million. But let's go see if those two solos are still up here. With any luck, they'll still be up here, but they'll be level 2s. Okay, so that one's gone, so it's moved to another pond on me. Or it just hasn't responded yet. Hopefully if I move to another pond, hopefully it'll come back as a shooter at one of my main ponds. Or hopefully it'll come back as a level 2 at one of my less favored ponds. Looks like this guy may have vanished as well. Yeah, there's a little one. Yeah, I think that they've either moved on or they're just simply not responding. So I'll check that another 2 or 3 times. And if they don't come back, I'm just going to say they've left. Back to the old grind, as they say. None of these respawns came back yet. These haven't came back yet. Ooh, there we go. There's us a diamond. Let's go. He's being guarded by a female, though. I'm not going to risk that. Let's see if we can get him to move. Well, he was already moving, dang it. Let's see. And of course, he's going to go right behind the female again. Oh. Okay, so he's going to move. Come on. I could probably work with that. Let's just shoot a little far back. Place it just right. Don't want to botch him. Oh, he shook. Oh, please tell me I didn't botch that. Oh, he's going down. Okay, good. Ooh, I thought I botched that one. But he should still make diamond. Let's see. Oh, he's pretty. That is a pretty moose. And yes, he does make diamond, and he's a 300. Oh, let's go. 300 moose. Love to see it. And the shot placement wasn't too bad either. Let's go ahead and taxidermize that boy. Love it. Keep it going, I hope. Pretty level 3. That's a big estimate for a moose for a level 4. We'll take him out first. That should be good. Level 4 diamonds are rare, so hopefully he makes diamond. Now I'll shoot this little guy. He's the only one giving me a good shot. See, this one will turn around and give me a shot at him. Didn't think so. That female's got him protected. See if there's any chance I can save this. See, I hit him. But did I shoot too low was the question. Nope, I got him. Alright, good. That worked out. Hello? I don't know what that was. My headset just has a weird glitch on it right then. Sounded like footprints, but it was like mixed in with grass. That was weird. Whoop, that's it. Look down on my phone for a minute and see if anybody had texted in chat. Ran into a tree. So here's the big one. Or the biggest one, rather. Let's go see if I can find the smaller one. I think the smaller one ran the opposite way, if I remember correctly. Slow down a minute. I want to find blood. Not finding any blood at the moment. Let's go back to where I shot him. There's his blood. And actually, he's on the side of the hill up there. I didn't even see him. He's directly behind my fence up here, and I didn't even see him laying on the hill. Must be blind or not. This guy didn't go anywhere. Did you make diamond? No. Still though, it's a good moose. I'll take him. Happy I got the diamond a few minutes ago. That was nice. Big 300. Always love to see the ones that break 300. Those guys are beasts. I think that's about, if I'm not mistaken, I think that'd be about 400 something kills. I'm not really keeping track, but I know that I'm at least in the 400s. Maybe in 5s. And moose usually spawn between 200 and 1,000, so hopefully my grind won't take too much longer. Why does 2s keep getting in that zone? I do not want 2s over there. Uh-huh. That figures. Well, let's see if I can get him. Because I want all the 2s to be in this group, while all the bigger ones are over there in that one. But these guys are just not cooperating with me lately. Don't stop behind the tree. Let's see. Can I make a lucky shot here? No. But I can make that shot, though. Let's see. Did it? Yep, got him. Thankfully, he turned around. Alright. Get him, too. Yep. 2 moves down. I will butcher your name. I'm going to say it's Hazai. I'm roughly 400 to 500, give or take. I'm really not keeping track. I do know that when I was keeping track, I had just broke about 250 last time I was counting, and I've killed a lot since then, so I'm guessing in the 400s to 500s. I've got many, many diamonds and a whole lot of golds, and I also have about 6 or 8 rares, so I've been doing pretty good. Now, if I can just keep up with my blood trails, that'd be nice. This is not even the same moose. Yeah, well, so since you're talking to me, I'll open the map and I'll show you here. So basically, I have done all of these, and it took me hours upon hours. And honestly, I've just settled on these top main lakes here, with one down here because I really like this spot down here. So the only places I've actually heard managed are obviously all of this stuff, but with the exception of 2 solos that are currently going everywhere, and they just will not come back as 2s. But I've managed all the way down through here, and then I am now too lazy to go through the rest of this part down here. So it does take a lot of time. And I was doing New England, and I have a pretty good grind for moose going on down there. But I decided to test out the amount of kills that I could get per map, and I was only killing about 10 to 12 moose per run down there, and only had like 2 zones that would give me double respawns during the day. So I decided to come back to Rev on Thule, and now I'm getting about 16 to 20 kills and another 4 or 5 double respawns throughout the afternoon. So it's made my grind a lot easier. I appreciate you stopping by the way. I'm hoping you're at least enjoying the stream. Now I gotta find out where this other one went. There he is. And at the tree. I will just leave the 4-wheeler there. Did I get a lung on that one? Nope, didn't find the lung. Don't know if he's going to give me another shot or not. Save it? Don't know if I saved that one. I got the one here. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Scarecrow and Flinter, and they are the ones that pretty much inspired me to do stuff on YouTube, which I've always had a dream to be a YouTuber. So, but for Call of the Wild stuff, that's the way I usually grind. Is I either have music playing or another YouTuber while I grinded. I do have 3 other great ones to my name, so I do have the red deer, the fallow deer, and the whitetail. Now I'm just wanting the moose. Sadly, I'm just not very interested in the black bear or the tar, but I do love the tigers. Am I following the wrong one? Well, I killed him too, apparently. At least I think I did. I'm gonna follow the little ways. I don't know if this... I think this got turned around on me. get off real quick, see which way he went. Well, he is dying. This is one of the few times when a dog would come in handy. I just prefer the old ways. I will probably eventually get a dog, but... Which way is this going? See, at the times like this is like the only times when dogs come in handy. You start running in circles like this, it can get pretty annoying. Let's see. Here's some more. It's still heading the other way. I'm gonna drive around and get a little loop here, and if I don't see him, I'm just gonna let him go. I hate doing that, but I'm not gonna waste all night looking for him. Oh, there's one of them. It's that other one. I'm gonna take one more look back here just to see if I can find him. Yeah, I'm gonna let him go. I don't know where he went. Are you currently grinding for anything, Izzy? If you're still out there? Let's see. That heart shot. And of course they're gonna push him to the side. And that one's gonna float, even better. Yeah, I don't think I'm saving that guy. Great, now I got a floater. Ain't too bad. 200 kills. You doing on theHunter, or are you doing on another map? Say Avaroa. I cannot pronounce that map's name. I just say theHunter. Oh, that's awesome. I actually got my herd management on that map. Like, that one was like my most herd managed map. I had every single pond that I didn't want to hunt where everything was small. I was literally getting about the same as you. About every 5 to 10 kills, I was getting a diamond. The other night, I was doing my grind here on Revel and Thule, and I got a lucky night. I ended up getting like 5 or 6 diamonds within like half an hour. Yeah, I absolutely love theHunter. I got my great one red deer as well as my fallow deer on that map. I don't know if you've seen on my channel too, but I also have some playthroughs, and my friend and I are currently doing Gotham Knights on here about every night right now. I don't know if you're interested in seeing playthroughs or anything, but I have just several playthroughs on my channel. So I like to do hunting and fishing stuff one month, and then I'll do playthroughs the next. So this month is Gotham Knights as a surprise thing with me and my friend, along with the Hunter Call of the Wild, Way of the Hunter, the Angler. And then next month I'm doing Resident Evil Biohazard as well as Village for Halloween. And then whatever time I have left over, I'll do more hunting and fishing stuff. Any minute now, this guy will make it to the shore. I'd love it if he went a little faster, though. Still got about 30 minutes in game. He's almost to us. See if I can go out here and get him. I think I'm just going to barely be able to make it. Yep. Alright. Yeah, I'm hoping that my moose spawns tonight. Like I said, they usually spawn between 200 and 1,000, and I'm roughly between 400 to 500 kills. So, they should be any minute now, or any time now. Hoping it doesn't go into the thousands on me. I think that's the only bull that's over there. I don't see any other bulls, at least. That seems to be rough. Luckily, mine, I only had my Teowara map was actually I got very lucky with mine, along with my Revontuli map here. Um, excuse me. So on my Teowara map, I only ever had about 2 solos for red deer that I had to mess with. The rest of the time, I had very healthy groups that just kept coming back over and over again. So it was very easy for me to herd manage them, except for one pond, which was the really big pond at the top left of the map. That one I had 2 zones that just would not herd manage for the life of me. And it took so long to get those to come back as the small ones, as level 4s or below. And then Revoltuli's been easy but hard at the same time. I've been able to get the animals to get down to level 2s pretty quickly. It's just taken a lot of hours. But yeah, I can feel how that would be annoying though, getting those solos to come into zones you don't want them to be in. My fastest great one that I ever got on this game was actually my whitetail. And I had just finished herd managing on here on this map for whitetail. And literally just started the grind, and 2 runs into the grind I got the great one. Like it was the shortest like legitimate grind ever done on here. So I think I got my great one whitetail in literally about 100 kills. Like it did not take long. I had basically just enough time to herd manage about 2 or 3 ponds, find the ponds that I wanted to hunt on, and I set my stuff up for the runs, and I was going real early in the mornings and shooting out all my favorite ponds, and then using the remaining time to go around to the other ponds and try to herd manage. And 2 runs, and I had the great one whitetail. So I got really lucky with that one. I think my red deer, if I'm not mistaken, was about 1,500 kills. I think that my fallow deer was about 300. It didn't take too long, but it also wasn't very short. And then, so my red deer was the longest grind for me. Now I'm just waiting to see what my moose falls at. And I'm also going to wait until I have the great one moose before I do my North American lodge. I have one lodge for Teowara, and it is just nothing but red deer. About every single rack of red deer you could ask for. That's the entirety of the lodge, is just red deer. I have one room that's dedicated to my great one fallow and a few of the good fallows that I killed, and then the rest of the lodge is just like every rack that you can get for red deer because I love them so much. And that was not a good shot placement somehow. Well, screwed that one up. I think I'm going to let them go, and I usually get my 4-wheeler here, but I don't know if they're going to turn around, so I'm going to actually run down here and grab this one. Do you have any great ones to your name, Hezzy? I know we've been talking about grinding, and I never asked you if you got any great ones yet. Nice. Do you only have one, or do you have a couple of them, or? What happened with your fallow deer? Something go wrong, or you just got bored of it? Ah. Yeah, fallow deer is a challenge to herd manage them down. The way that I managed them was I just basically start. So any grind that I do not start with the ponds that I love. So because you're going to get most of your small ones as your very first kills. So if you're just starting. So with the fallow deer, I basically just ran the shoreline on the far right side of the map first, and because that's going to be the hardest one to manage is the shoreline. So I just ran that entire shoreline and herd managed it down first, and then I went and found all the ponds where you could find red deer, or not, excuse me, fallow deer. And I chose the ponds that I wanted to be my primaries, and I chose the ponds that I didn't want to hunt. And the rest of the time, I would do what I was doing for the whitetail. I would just go ahead and start my grind, but I would start at like an hour after the drink zone was supposed to start, and I would shoot all of my favorite zones first and try to herd manage them. But I would leave the animals that I could actually shoot, if that makes sense. So I was kind of doing the reverse. Instead of shooting the big animals out of my favorite zones, I would only shoot the small ones to get them to turn bigger, and then in hopes that those smaller ones would take the place of the zones I didn't really want to hunt. And it didn't take too long, and because of that, that's kind of my strategy now. But I mean, hey, sometimes it's just the species you hunt too. Some people like certain species over others. So I can understand if one species you got tired of. I mean, I'm not even going to touch the black bear or the tar. It's not that I don't like those great ones. I think they're really pretty. I'm just not big on. I just like antlers. I prefer antlers and paddles and stuff like that. So, and you already have the whitetail, but the one great one I'm just waiting to see come to the game right now is the elk. I absolutely want an elk great one with everything in me. They're my favorite North American antlered animal. So I would absolutely love to see the elk come to the game. That was good. Little silver. If there's anybody else in the chat that would like to join in the conversation, please feel free to leave it in the comment section down below. I don't care to talk to any of you. Otherwise, if you're just here to hang out, appreciate you stopping by and viewing this live stream. I hope it's at least entertaining for all of you. Well, these haven't came back yet. Right now I'm just checking for double respawns. Oh yeah, that's absolutely. I love that idea. That is a good one. You talking about the one that's like split with brown in the front, and white in the back, or whichever, like the two-tone? Is that what you're talking about? Let's see. Did any other ones stay or come back? Nope. All right. Say it's about time to reset time. Yeah. That is actually mine too. So I'm right there with you, Hezzy. I'm actually really wanting the two-tone moose. I mean the birch is pretty too, but I really want the two-tone. And I either want it with the spider rack like you, or I really want it with the big rack, like the big typical rack. I think Flinter has the one that I want. Only I'd prefer it with the spider rack. Let's go to 1330. I don't know if you're here for the stream earlier whenever I said this too, but just a tip for all of you. If you go to an hour and a half, if you're a grinder like me, if you go an hour and a half after time that the zones are supposed to start and you start grinding at that point, whether there's spawns there or not, it'll actually give you opportunities to have double respawns in some of your areas. So like this bull that I'm shooting here, whenever he dies, there's a 50-50 chance that whenever I come back here in the evening, his respawn will be here to take his place, and I can get double the kills in one run. A lot of people don't know that. But yes, if you're hunting with very few areas and it doesn't take you long at all to go through them, start earlier in the day go through all your zones, shoot all of them out, do one more run through your zones again, and sometimes you can get 2 respawns. Or get the respawns of the ones that you shot that morning. You know what I mean? And anybody else who wants to join in on this question, I'm going to ask a question to you, Hezzy, but also to everybody else. If you had one great one that you could bring to the map or to the game that currently does not exist, what would it be? I've already said what my top 3 is the mule deer, the elk, and honestly, I really don't know what I'd want to be the third one. But those would be my top 2 at least. The whitetail would obviously be my first one, but it's already on the game, so. Okay, so I think my third one would actually be the caribou or reindeer, now that I think about it. I would love to see a reindeer or a caribou great one, mainly because I think that Medved, I mean, I really like Medved. I think it's an underrated map, even though it's snowy. But I love reindeer hunting on that game, on that map. So it'd be kind of cool to see a reindeer come to the game alongside of a caribou. And if they ever did the elk, it'd be kind of cool if, like, the great one elk was for the Roosevelt as well as the Rocky Mountain. But if you wanted to make them individual great ones, that'd be cool too. Just got one bull here right now. Let's see. Yep, he's not behind the doe. That's always good. Or not doe, but cow. See, did I get him? I don't know if I did or not. I did hit him, but I don't think I got a good shot in there on him. And of course they're going to stop. I hit the cow. Ah, well. I definitely agree with your first one being elk. Tiger would be amazing. Actually, that'd be one of the very few like predator species I actually would be interested in alongside the lion. I would absolutely love to see a tiger and a lion one. And when it comes to the lion one, I think it'd be so funny if they made it like centered around the Lion King and made them like themed on Lion King characters. Like they made one that looked like Scar, one that looked like Mufasa, another one that looked like Simba, another one for Nala. I think that'd be like really cool. For Warthog, on the other hand, though, I really wouldn't be too much on it. I'm not a big Warthog hunter, but at the same time, I do respect them the love for those animals because I know they're hunted worldwide, or not worldwide, but wherever you can find them, rather. But at the same time, it would be kind of cool to have an animal with tusks. I'm kind of hoping for Africa 2.0 and elephant being the tusk one. I do believe I nailed both. Yep. So what about maps? Changing from species, what do you think what was your top top map or top 3 maps be. They can add a location in the world that we don't currently have. For me, if I could choose a map or maps that I wish they would add to the game, I would really like Africa 2.0, obviously, with the greater kudu and a few of the other species that aren't currently on the Africa Reserve. Another one I would really enjoy seeing is a British Columbia map, even though Leighton is kind of a British Columbia. It'd be kind of cool to actually see a actual dedicated Columbia map, and then a Texas Reserve, because you can have so many species on the Texas Reserve. I know there's nilgai, there's whitetail, there's I can't. I mean, there's just a lot of species in the Texas reserves. So those are like my 3. I know that one's smoked. Ain't no point in me waiting on that one's health. You gonna die for me? Thank you. Lay down. Thank you, sir. It's a hard choice. Animals are definitely easier to pick out than locations in the world. Well, is there any items that you would like to see in the game? I know I'm talking your head off, but it's kind of fun to finally have somebody to chat with. If I had to choose 3 items in the game, I would want to see scopes, and more scopes for guns would obviously be good, but I'm talking about like the high-powered binocular type scopes, the singular ones that you look down. I'd like to see those into the game so that you can see right up to 400 yards or even further. I would love to see climbing stands, so that way you could literally just walk to whatever tree you wanted to and just instantly go up into the tree in a stand. I think that'd be really cool instead of having just like lock-ons. It'd be cool to actually have like a climbing stand. And then I think if I had to choose another item I would like to see in the game, I really don't know what the other item would be. That'd be a cool one. Ooh, there's a diamond potential. Diamond potential level 4 out there. Love seeing it. That guy's gonna walk. And go ahead and try to get this guy. I'm gonna let that guy go. Alright, so I got him. Let's see, are you gonna slow down? I ain't gonna try that. He's not giving me a good enough angle. And there's the bull. That's gonna be a hard shot. See if I can get the lung. Yeah, I got the lung. Okay, good. Yeah, I actually hunt over a corn barrel in real life. I haven't got to hunt this year any. Sadly, I just haven't been able to afford stuff this year. Which is why I'm on the hunting games rather than actually being out in the fields. But yeah, I use corn feeders in real life. I use the barrels myself. Except for November, when the rut kicks in, I usually just try to find a logging road and try to hunt on them. Those bucks will chase does on those roads. Let's see, did he make diamond? Nope, he's going to troll 2 as a 4, but that's fine. My personal best whitetail in real life. I actually killed him in 2016. He's not a monster, but he's not bad either. He's a trophy rack, ape horner, and he's full velvet. My taxidermist told me he would have scored about a 145, give or take, about 140 to 145 is what he said he would have scored. So he's not bad at all. He has 10-inch brow tines on him, and he's really wide. And what I meant by trophy rack is he has one of those racks that just perfectly comes out and around, and has like just a beautiful frame to him. So that's my personal best buck. I've killed several other average sized bucks too within my lifetime, but he's the only like legitimate big one. Let's see, are you a 3 or a 2? Stop being a 3. You gonna turn anymore for me? No, he's gonna go up the hill. Oh well. What about you? You got any good whitetails to your name? Or just basically anything? Why am I following this trail? This ain't even an animal I shot. Well, that's still pretty cool. Albino catfish. That's crazy. The only cool thing that I got in my life that's he's big too, was a walleye that I caught back in 2005. He was 27 inches and 8 pounds, but had the body of a largemouth. Like he had a really nice even stomach that came all the way back to his tail. Instead of being like a chunky walleye, he was just perfectly evened out. But the strange thing about him is that he was melanistic. He was gray-sided and had a black back to him. And my taxidermist, me being little at the time, I didn't understand rare colors or rare animals. And my taxidermist actually encouraged us to keep it the same way it was because it was rare. But me being a kid, I wanted it to look pretty, so I ended up asking him to color it yellow and green the way that normal walleyes are. So I ended up, as a kid, I ended up destroying a really rare colored fish for a walleye. But he's still pretty though on the wall. I just kind of wish I would have kept him the same colors as he was. Let's see. Whoop. That's a tree. My four-wheeler absolutely loves trees tonight. Don't need this anymore. Yeah, he was a cool fish. Funny story about him. Whenever I landed him, we heard a splash, and as we netted him, and whenever we brought the fish out and took pictures with him, or started to take pictures, my dad realized he didn't have his phone, and when he looked down at his phone holster, it had a hole in it. So when they went to net my walleye, Dad's phone had fallen in the lake. So that was a pretty funny little fact from that story. So we never got to take pictures of me holding it until I was at home. My dog just randomly walked in the room and looked at me. That was random. There's a good bull. He ain't no diamond, but he's still a big one. Nothing else but him, looks like. You gonna stop? So my wife actually plays the game too. That is Sav, the one that commented a few minutes ago in the chat. And I actually think that Revontuli is bugged, and I mean for both the red deer as well as the fallow. She can't actually shoot more than 2 animals while in a tripod without the whole zone going away. My wife just corrected me. I didn't realize I said Revontuli. Teowara. In Teowara, that we believe that the fallow deer and red deer are bugged right now because I was on there earlier. I'm hunting, and I couldn't do the same thing. Like if we shot more than one fallow deer in certain zones on the map, the whole zone would just disappear. Like whether you were using a tripod or a tree stand. So I don't know what's going on with that map, and that's also another reason why I'm not touching Revontuli. Sorry, it's where I'm here. That's the reason why I haven't touched Teowara in a while, is because it's been pretty buggy, and I'm just been kind of staying away from it to hopefully patch it. But I hope that your stuff isn't ruined. I don't think it is, and honestly, I think it's just a bug. Which I'm talking about my wife's thing again. With them disappearing like that, I think they are still, they're coming back every time that she does it, and I think that it's just the game thinking that the zones are going away when they're not. As far as your issue though, that's the first I've heard of it. One real zone with more than one deer in it. That's weird. Whenever you shoot that one deer, does it just still come back as one deer, or is it not coming back at all? Like if you were to shoot that one deer out, do they still come back, or how does that happen with you? Because that's the first I've heard of that bug, if that is one. Well, I think those solos I had have not came back, which is good for me. So I'm not gonna worry about this zone anymore, unless I start noticing some of my stuff is missing. Well, that's odd. Yeah, I've had that happen to me in the past, but like I said, my red deer grind, I got my great one, I think, real early last year, or real late the year before last, is whenever I got my red deer. Um, and that was never happening to me. If I had a solo in a zone and I shot at it, it would either move or it would do what you're doing, which is where it would come back every time. But I only had like 1 or 2 zones that were like that. Most of my zones were 5, 6 deer strong. So I really don't know. I've never heard of that before, has he? Hopefully that straightens out, or you can find some way around it. Because, like I said, I would give you some advice, but I've never heard of it. That has to be painful, I'm sure. Well, that's gonna be a miss. Swing and a miss. Don't know if I can save this one. Shot too low. Okay, I got him that time. I'll just watch the health for a second. I don't know if I saved that one or not. I'll have to check on that one later. Looks like those are the only bulls here at the moment. Grab the 4-wheeler. I mean, I guess on the bright side though, Hezzy, if you think about it, if it's coming back as 9s, 8s, and 7s, at least it's coming back as a healthy respawn instead of coming back as like a 4 or a 2 or anything below that. I mean, if I was having one that kept coming back as a 9, I mean, I'd be pretty happy with all the diamonds, trolls. But again, I can't understand how that can be that can be a pain when you can only get one animal out of the zone. I guess it's one of those one step forward, two steps back type of situations. Yeah, I just got the 2. Yeah, any of you that are currently watching the stream and enjoying it, make sure you hit that like button for me. I am trying to grow my channel into my dream job. So the more likes I get, the more it shares it to other people on the community, and I really appreciate it. Also, subscribe if you haven't already. The more subscriptions I get, the more content like this I can make for you guys, and the more to help out my channel. So any support, I really appreciate it from you all. And I'm also trying to create a channel that's really unique, being the fact that it's not just a hunting and fishing channel, the fact that it's playthroughs as well as hunting and fishing. Because I like to have my channel where it's everything I love doing, as far as gaming is concerned, in one channel. So, I'm trying to make mine pretty unique. Pretty 240s. Have you got any rares lately, Hezzy? I know you're getting diamonds every 5 to 10 kills, so there's no point in me asking that, but have you got anything good? Have you got any super rares to your name, or just any rares at all lately? How did I not go through that stick? Another difficult shot, but I think I can make it work. See, did I get lung? Yep. Love it when I make those difficult shots. Oh, that's rough. That hurts me to hear that. I'm so sorry, man. Oh gosh. Yeah, I got a melanistic moose the other day that I didn't think was mela, and I ended up just claiming him, and I just barely saw it say melanistic in the claim screen, so I had to actually go back and then like taxidermize him from the recent harvest screen, because I didn't even realize what I had killed. Um, I've had some pretty good luck with rares lately. With moose anyways. Whenever I was doing my New England grind, I ended up getting a albino, or excuse me, a melanistic over there and a piebald. And then whenever I started my Rev on Thule grind, I ended up getting another melanistic and piebald over here as well as an albino. So none of them were really that impressive. I think they were all level 3s. I don't think I got any level 4s that were rares. My biggest rare that I currently have to my name though is thankfully not the hook rack, but an actual real pretty rack. I'm a 8 mythical red deer. So, and luckily I made the shot count with him, but he was a piebald. So he's the closest to a super rare I've got is the level 8 piebald red deer. I might do a trophy lodge tour one of these days for my red deer lodge because I think I literally have one of every rack that you could get for that. The only one I don't feature in that lodge is the hook rack because I think they're ugly. I mean, I hate saying that, but I really don't like the antlers of the red deer that just kind of hook. I really like the pointed racks. So those are the ones that I got. But I think I've got one of every one along with the great one. Fun fact about my great one: my wife had actually just started grinding grinding with me recently. I was 1,500 kills in before I got my great one. My wife literally was just about 800. So, and she still ended up getting hers before I got mine. She got her great one, and then literally the next day I ended up getting my great one. And another funny fact is that she ended up getting the mid rack, and after all my grinding, I ended up getting the small rack. So that was pretty funny. But we both got our great ones like one day right behind the other. There's a double respawn. Killed him this morning, and I got his respawn this evening. Gotta love it. Now if I can just make this shot count, there's a tree there, so a heart shot's all I've got. And I got it. Whew. I'm glad I didn't hit the tree's hitbox. It's right here. Thank you for making it easy, sir. Alright, I'm gonna make one more loop around the map, see if I got any more morning respawns to come back to me. And then I'll reset time again. Yeah, unfortunately that can't happen anymore. People who got the initial respawns, I am very happy that they're very lucky. Jaxie Beard, I don't know if you know that, but Expansive Worlds, the people who makes this game, they do a lot. They do live streams every week, and also the Discord is really good. And they did confirm that in one of the recent patches, they got rid of initial spawns for great ones. You still might be able to get an initial like a super rare or just initial diamonds and stuff like that. But the great one as an initial spawn is practically like 1 in a million chance. Apparently, they didn't want anybody getting them without having to work for them because it makes them where they're less. As they said, they wanted it to be a very majestic and elusive animal. So they decided to like dramatically decrease the chance of initial spawn great ones. So they're like almost impossible to get now. Let's see, where did he go? Okay, he took off that way. How many hours do you have in the game right now, Hizzy? My PlayStation 5 right now shows I'm at 980 to 990 hours, but I did play this game since launch. I just took 3 years off at one point just to just played other stuff for about 3 years before coming back to it. So I'm at least at about 1,020 hours, give or take. Or, excuse me, 1,200 is where I believe I would be, because I had about 200 hours in the game prior to me taking that 3 year break, and now I've got 980. So yeah, about 1,200 hours is probably how much I have in the game. And the biggest piece of advice I can give anybody trying to make money in the game: bulk ammo buy. So, like, I always try to save up all the money that I can, and if you have low amount of money, go to about 500 bullets. Buy nothing but 500 bullets, try to make all your shots count, and hunt Teowara or any of the animals that can give you $1,000 a pop. And if you just stick to that for a while, you'll make a ton of money quick. And then eventually, once you've got a lot of money in your name, buy 1,000 rounds and do that every single time. Buy 1,000 rounds and then don't buy any more ammo until you need it. And it makes you save up money like crazy, especially if you're a grinder, because the only thing you're ever going to need to buy is ammo. So 350. That's still a pretty good chunk of time. But yeah, man, that's still a pretty good chunk of time. So I mean, I'm sure that you know what you're doing. But do you have any questions for me or anything? Any advice I can try to give you while you're talking to me? I mean, I don't mind to pass on some of the experience from what I have. If you need help with anything or any advice on anything, and that goes for anybody in the chat. That's a heart shot. Well, got to respawn for both of them. Yes, I really love Thunder Patton. Like I said here recently, my friend has been playing Gotham Knights with me. That's a playthrough we're doing on the channel right now with live streaming. I had planned on doing a lot of Thunder Patton stuff and learning the map a lot this month. However, from where he went through that with me, I decided to put my roots down. So that's currently what I'm making posts and stuff about on my channel using like shorts. But yes, I absolutely love the Thunder Patton map. I've watched Scarecrow and Flincher hunt that map to death, and I love the tigers. I love the Barasingha. I really like the blue sheep. I love how big their horns can get. So yes, that's a 5 out of 5 map in my opinion. I just haven't had any time to hunt it myself. So my map is still fresh, so I'm excited to get back to exploring it because I don't know if I have any rares on there right now or not. I think the only thing I have killed from there is a few Barasingha and one tiger. So I was late to the party too. I didn't get to buy Thunder Patton until like late last month. So I'm late to the party and went playing it myself. But yes, I absolutely adore that map. I think it's an amazing map. Gorgeous too. Ah, that's going too low. What the heck? That moose just like jumped over the other moose. That was weird. I don't know how that happened. Ah, I thought he was going to walk past the tree. I think I'm going to let that guy go. There's no way I can make a good shot on him now. Oh, that's nice. You're making me jealous over here, Hezzy. Yeah, no, I'm like I said, I've only have a few animals to my name, and none of them were diamonds. The biggest animal I got on there was that tiger, and it was level 7. So I basically just started to where the starting area is on the map, and I just went to the river and just walked the river for a while. But I still don't know what the drink times for all the animals are. So I just walked and just shot what I found. I found a lot of water buffalo, nothing impressive. So I have a couple of water buffalo too. Um, I think I have one of the small deer on the map. I forget what they're called, the little deer. And then I have like a handful of barrasinga and one tiger. But I was not able to find anything impressive, sadly. Man, that's 2 respawns. This day's going good for this pond. I've done 3 runs, and all 3 runs I haven't had a moose to kill. All in the same day. Oh, he took a step forward. Did I still get lung? No, dang it. That's too high. Well, he's going down at least. Alright, that should be enough. He ain't a diamond, so I don't really care about botching him. Speaking of maps, what do you think your favorite map would be? Or top 3 at least, if you can't choose one. Again, I'm just making conversation. And I appreciate you carrying on the chat. It's made it more enjoyable for me tonight. I hope this guy didn't go too far. There he is. Yeah, at 1600. That is not a bad day right there. I had 2 pawns. I have 1 pawn that gave me 3 respawns in the same day. And then I had 2 other pawns that gave me 2 respawns in the same day. That ain't bad at all. Yeah, I hear you. Don't know if there's a male over there wanting to attack me or not. I doubt anything's going to spawn since I just killed that guy, but I'm going to go ahead and reset time. Let's see, anything on the spawn for me? I don't think it will since I just killed something. Are you serious? So the females spawned. Okay. So I didn't get as lucky as I thought I was getting. That's fine, I'll come back later. Let's just move right on. I do think that right there would break about 550 to 600 kills now. Because I've killed quite a few moose tonight, so I'd say that's about another 50 to 100 moose killed, so I'm about 550 to 600 now. Ooh, you're pretty. That stands a chance at being a rare 4 diamond. 304 being his top score, that just might make it. I hope it does. Level 4 diamond. I have a few to my name. Be nice to get a few more. Let's see, I want to make this shot count. I believe that should get a lung. I'm not going to worry about the other one yet. Got lung. Okay. Where's his buddy at? There he is. He's going to do that run and stop thing. His brother's hurt. I must have shot him a long time ago. And apparently I'm still not able to finish him off. Yeah, if I had to choose my top 3 maps that are currently in the game, did not make Diamond. That's okay. If I had to choose my top 3 maps for grinding purposes, I would have to say that I'm one of the very few, but I think my 3 for Whitetail would be Revontuli, Leighton Lakes, and then surprisingly, if you're willing to put in the hours and really manage it down, New England Mountains. I absolutely love the scenery of New England Mountains, and if you can manage the whitetail down to mainly run the big rivers on the top and bottom of the map, it can be a very, very good grind for whitetail. And a decent grind for moose, but moose tend to be in more thicker areas, which is the reason why I decided to come back to Rev. But for my other 2 maps, I gotta say for just overall favorite maps, I mean, Rev, and then Australia map, whichever one that is. I forget its name. It's been a while since I hunted on it. But the Australia map. And then if I had to choose a third, I honestly don't know. Revontuli, I think I've already said that one. If I did, I apologize. But yeah, Revontuli, the Australia map, and now Sounder Paton. That's probably my top 3 for free roaming. For grinding purposes, it just depends on the species. But Revontuli, Teawara, and then probably Leighton Lakes would probably be my favorite grinding maps. At least until they bring another great one, until they bring the great one to elk. If they ever bring a great one to elk or mule deer, then Silver Ridge Peaks is going to become huge again. Alright, this is going to be my final check at this zone. I just want to make a triple check real quick and make sure these solos didn't come back up here. Let's see, so far so good. This is my final pass on this place. Yep, don't have to come back here anymore. That's good to know. It doesn't need it, but just for the heck of a click of a jig, I'll reload. Emerald Coast. Hey man, I hear you on that one. That is my favorite free roam map. Like, for a map that's not designed for grinding, I absolutely think that map is perfect. I absolutely love that map, and I have to agree with you. That is probably my favorite map still for free roaming. just to walk around and shoot stuff. It is a lot of fun. Sunder Pot, sorry about that. Sunder Paton. I think it gives it a run for its money, but I think that Emerald Coast, I think it still just barely beats it. So I'm right there with you. Getting a lot of big moose tonight. Sadly, my diamond count's a little bit low as compared to normal, but you get those nights. Sometimes you have nights where you just get diamonds left and right. Some nights that they're just slow. Tonight I've mostly been getting some giant fours with that one diamond earlier. I'm going to get the biggest one first, if he'll stop. I don't know if that was good or bad. Oh, he turned into it. He turned into the bullet. Oh gosh, I got lucky. He was literally facing away from me. And I shot, trying to lead the shot, and he ended up turning, like, as I shot, and ended up turning into the bullet, giving me a lung shot. That was so lucky. Yeah. Yeah, the crocodile hunting on that map is absolutely insane along the coast, along with the other species. I like to... So my main run, because I like the land species more than I do the crocodiles, but I still love the crocs. So my route, I usually go to where the zoo on the map is. I call it the zoo. I forget what it's called, but the area where they have those animals you can go and just look at. I start there, and then I literally run to the right, and I'll run all the way to the right. I'll check the river as I go and the fields along the way, and that pushes all the animals in that zone towards the end of the map. And then once you get close to the shore, they'll all come running back at you, and you can just lay the law down on them as they're coming towards you. Um, and then from there, I'll just claim whatever I'm able to kill, and then I'll run from the top of the coast there all the way down to the bottom until time runs out for crocs. And that's usually my route. I will also start towards the middle left side of the map if I'm wanting like axis deer or other stuff. But yeah, as a money map, that map is absolutely one of the best, if not the best, money maps on the game. Followed closely by Teowara. Okay, so to address this question, so I don't know if you're looking at my screen right now, but I'm going to open up the map. So basically, all the ponds that I'm currently hunting for moose will also hold whitetail. And my current setup, I mean, you can go back, watch me do these runs as many times as you need to, and see where I have my tent set up. But this whole area is mainly where I grind whitetail as well as moose. And at times, if I feel like it, I'll actually do whitetail in the morning and then continue my moose grind in the afternoon in game. So I'll do like a double grind in some cases if I want to, where I'll do both in one day. Um, my great one came from actually this pond right down here. I cannot pronounce this long word here, but my great one was at this pond right here. And basically, the tips I can give you for tent placement, you can actually set up for any species in the game right now easily. You just have to make sure that your tents, when you put them down, they have to be 250 yards from the drink zones that you're currently hunting or whatever zones you're currently wanting to hunt on. So as long as your tent that you're placing down is at least 250, and I usually go about 255 before I place it down, then you're not going to spook anything whenever you teleport in. So I don't know. So that's the reason why I've been running to a lot of my tripods and my tree stands as I'm doing this grind, because that's simply just how I set it up. So that's kind of the advice I can give you for it. Yes, it is still an amazing whitetail spot, and I still would regard it as one of the best whitetail grinding maps. You just have to be able to set up your tents and be able to put the time in to do herd management. Other than that, though, yes, I would absolutely recommend Revlon Tule for whitetail. But I don't consider any species to be a tough species to really like set up for a grind on. But I will say that for like difficulty measures, black bear and red deer are the two hardest in my current opinion. I cannot get this guy to play ball with me. Let's see, where are you? I don't know if there's a tree in the way, but I'm gonna take the shot. Nope, he turned. That is not gonna be good. He turned as soon as I went to. Oh no, I got the lung. Man, I've been getting lucky all night. I did get the lung shot on that guy. I must have barely clipped it. Golly, that's lucky. My favorite whitetail rack. So there's a lot of them, as you know. So it's kind of hard for me to decide. And the whitetail, besides the elk, the whitetail is my favorite antlered species in the U.S. Very closely followed by the mule deer, and because I love the non-typical racks. So the way that I would describe my favorite rack for the whitetail on here is I love the double drop time equal to the a big rack. Those are my two favorites. I also love the typical rack, but that one is so rarely heard of that I just don't even really classify it as like a rack that most people get. So those would be my top three. I love the typical rack, the drop times on both sides if you get lucky enough to get that, and then the big rack, which the big rack was the one that I got. And if you want to see me kill that, I actually do have it on my channel. It was the very first video I posted on my channel for Call of the Wild, and I posted it as a short. So if you want to go look at my shorts and my other content for the angler as well as the hunter, it's all right there. And you can see me kill that one. Sadly, I no longer have my red deer though. That one got corrupted on me after I uploaded it to YouTube, and it just wouldn't play on YouTube anymore, so I had to delete it. But I do have my fallow deer as well as my whitetail on the channel. What's your favorite? Big rack? I absolutely love that thing. It's just so messy. That's one of the reasons why the red deer stole my heart so much, is I just love their messy racks. I mean, on this game as well as on Way of the Hunter on the new Matariki Park, I absolutely just love giant racks that are just points everywhere. I absolutely just love them. If you want to steal my heart with a racked animal, just give me tons of points and you'll probably do it. Or a ton of mass. Yeah, so you're not you have the same taste as me, but just about it seems like. But yeah, the drop tine as well as the big rack are my two favorites. I also love the typical rack, like I said. It's just they're just so unheard of. I just don't even really think about them. Here's you a good question, Hizzy. What is your favorite species on the game? If you had to choose one species besides red deer, because I know you're currently grinding those. So besides red deer and whitetail and moose, because we've already been talking about all three of those species. So if you had to choose another species or top three species you love hunting on the game that is not moose, whitetail, or red deer, what would it be? Hang on one second, guys. Sorry about that. I'm back. No, I want to fast travel. Sorry, I was going quiet there. I was just zoned into the game. Yeah, I really like the my three favorite sheep is rams. I absolutely love doll sheep. I love the bighorn sheep, and then I really like mouflon. But blue sheep are gorgeous too. Absolutely, I would put them right up there with it. For me, obviously, as I stated earlier, elk is my favorite. I just haven't been hunting them because they don't have a great one, and I also think that I'm one of the few people that actually thinks they might need a rework. I think their antlers are a little bit skinny, and there's not much like width between the two antlers, so I don't hunt them very much on the game. Um, However, I do enjoy elk a lot, and besides them, I also I really enjoy the Rusa deer on New England, or not New England. I'm sorry, Emerald Coast. Those are that one is also one I love hunting is the Rusa deer, and then sandbar. So those are probably my three favorites. Well, this guy just died right outside for me. Thank you, sir. And this one died right down here. I don't even need the four-wheeler. As easy as it comes right there. Let's see, anything come back over here? Still no respawns. So these guys ain't gonna come back until late evening, it seems. Go, let me check this one last spot here. Looks like we will get a final kill. I hate saying that, but it is getting awfully late and I gotta work in the morning, so I'm gonna bust this moose and then we'll draw everything to a close. Let's see. Smoked him. And we got a decent little silver to close things out. Alright. I want to give a special shout out to Hezzy for carrying on the chat with me this evening. I hope you have a great night, and I really do appreciate the entertainment and the questions and all the conversation we had. I had a lot of fun with you, buddy. Come back again for the live stream tomorrow night with me and my friend if you wish for Gotham Nights. I will continue to put out more Call of the Wild and other hunting and fishing content as I can this month. Otherwise, I hope everybody has a great night. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, and share if you're coming back later in the stream or later on another date. And I'll see you all in the next one. Thank you all.